In recent weeks, the defense forces have carried out several strikes on the Kacha military airfield near occupied Sevastopol. This clears the way for Ukrainian naval drones to Novorossiysk. Pavlo Lakiychuk, Director of Security Programs at the Strategy XXI Center for Global Studies, told Kyiv 24. Since Soviet times, BE-12 Chaika anti-submarine amphibious aircraft have been based at this airfield. Although these aircraft are obsolete, they unexpectedly found renewed use during a full-scale war, says Lakiychuk. The Russians found a way to spot our naval drones while they were sailing in pairs, a helicopter and a BE-12, and shoot them down practically as if they were targets, and it was quite effective, says Lakiychuk. According to the expert, until now, Ukrainian strikes on Crimea have been carried out against more fat targets, but now the matter has finally reached the anti-submarine aircraft in Kacha. What this resulted in? Immediately after the strike on Kacha, our naval drones were able to break through to Novorossiysk and Tuapse. It was the strikes on Kacha that ensured effective operations against the enemy's rear, the expert explained. As reported, BE-12 amphibious aircraft at the Kacha airfield in occupied Crimea were hit on September the 21st, and on September the 24th, a large-scale combined attack by naval and aerial drones on Russia's Black Sea ports occurred. The BE-12 amphibious aircraft, which NATO called the Male, was designed in the 1950s and was first flown in 1960. The decades-old turboprop plane was designed to conduct short-range anti-submarine and maritime patrol duties. It can reach speeds of nearly 330 miles per hour and fly at a maximum altitude of around 10,000 feet. Western intelligence described the plane as a key Russian asset in Russian maritime air patrol operations in a 2023 update, determining that its employment was highly likely aimed at the early identification of Ukraine's sea drones. It said they flew out of Russian bases in Crimea, the Ukrainian peninsula that Russia has occupied since 2014. Ukraine has long targeted the peninsula and has recently ramped up attacks. The International Institute for Strategic Studies reported in its Military Balance 2023 report that Russia had 6 in a search and rescue role rather than anti-submarine duty. Exactly how many BE-12s Russia still has is not clear, but it's likely only a handful. Some BE-12s, likely far from operational condition, are also on display in Russian museums. Sea patrol has been critical for Russia in the Black Sea. Ukraine has a growing fleet of naval drones loaded with explosives that have hit Russian ships and ports, damaging and sinking a sizable portion of the Russian Black Sea fleet. Ukrainian drones have also shot Russian aircraft out of the sky with missiles.
A Ukrainian pastor described Sunday how he and his family survived a Russian missile strike on Kiev that killed 4 people and wounded at least 10 others. According to Associated Press, Mark Sergeyev, a pastor of a Protestant church, was sleeping in his apartment with his wife and his children when a Russian missile crashed near his house, setting blazes of fire and damaging dozens of houses. He rushed to check on his children sleeping on another floor, and only after the family was outside did he realize the scope of the damage and that his survival was unbelievable. "It's the mercy of God that He has kept us alive, that my children are safe today, that this boy made it out from under the rubble. Because when the rescuers came in, they said, 'We can't believe that everyone is alive,'" he said. The strikes that began overnight and continued after dawn on Sunday also targeted residential buildings, civilian infrastructure, a medical facility and a kindergarten, according to Kiev Mayor Pavlo Lakiychuk, who also said that damage was reported at more than 20 locations across the capital. Dozens of residential buildings were heavily damaged by the attack. Emergency services personnel used power saws to clear the debris. Piles of glass littered nearby sidewalks as building residents, some looking shaken, sat on benches. Sergeyev said he was a pastor at a Protestant church in Melitopol before Russian forces occupied the city, seizing his house. The strike on Sunday left him without a home again, but he said he is grateful. "This is God's mercy," he said. "I am certain the God will not abandon us, nor Ukraine, nor our people."
Это наша квартира, чи дом, хата. Мы все живые.
Марина Анатольевна, Марк, срочно!
Сейчас я пойду. Пацаны, секундочку. Пацаны, вы живы? Хлопчики. Хлопчики. Натусик. Добрий ранок всім. Сьогодні почала частина ракети. Оце моя хата. Отам мої діти і милість Божа, що ми всі живі. І от саме тут діти спали. І виходить, ракета отак пролетіла. І от вона впала. І от ми живі.
Я спав в ліжку з дружиною на другому поверсі, діти в мене на третьому, під дахом. І хлопок на мене там шифонєр упав, тобто там просто отак от все. Ну, дружина їй засипало склом, вона кричить: "Марк, де діти, діти?" кричить. І я ж це, знаєш, присутні смерті такі відчуття. Я розумію, що діти наді мною, тобто ще може бути. Я кричу старшому: "Топір". Він каже: "Я живий". І все, після цього я оце нажав рек, почав знімати, де мої діти. Поліз нагору, там витягувати молодшого. Ну, вже витягнув сюди на вулицю, потім зрозумів, що десь отут частина ракети, бо тут ще потім десь через 20 хвилин взрив був. Хлопок, от саме тут очаг був весь. І ну, я зрозумів весь масштаб, бо я до цього не бачив, я ж не міг зрозуміти, що відбувається.
В цьому бусі зараз церковна апаратура, і хлопці дістають апаратуру, бо у нас сьогодні що? Служіння. Ти що? Милість Божа. Милість Божа.
Я пастор із Мелітополя, у нас була велика церква протестантська і хата, яку я власноруч будував, і москалі віджали у нас, ФСБшники, націоналізували. Вони прийшли 22-му до нас додому, нас їх поклали. Це от старший пережив, син його прямо автоматом розбудили, Росгвардія. І я потім свідчив в Конгресі Сполучених Штатів про переслідування християн в Україні з боку Росії. І от ми втратили другу домівку, знову ця тема.
Братику, Господь для нас небо приготував.
Небеса. Єс.
То, що Бог нас залишив живими, що діти мої цілі сьогодні, іди сюди, що цей пацан сьогодні вибрався з-під обламків, я впевнений, що це милість Бога, що це захист Божий, 100%. Бо сьогодні ДСНС, коли зайшли, вони кажуть: "Ми не віримо, що всі живі". Ну просто каже, від таких от від епіцентру зазвичай люди гинуть, ну вони на досвіді. Я кажу, ми всі живі. Причому, ну навіть цілі, тобто немає ні осколку, трохи мене там пали, це все. Ну це милість Божа. То я впевнений, Господь нас не залишить, і Україна, і наш народ.